Welcome back. We have got some breaking news from Manchester United.
It just started from the point that we needed a stadium which befitted the stature of Manchester United. And Manchester United, I mean, obviously there's a degree of bias because I was brought up in Manchester. I've always been a fan of Manchester United, but I think it is the greatest football club in the world. It's certainly the most well-known football club in the world, and it needs a stadium of that stature, I think. It's more challenging, obviously, to build a stadium of 100,000, but I think the UK needs a stadium of that sort of presence, and the north of England, I think, is the best place to build it. And I just think it would become...
Right, there has been a significant development. Breaking news, which has emerged in the last hour. Our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol, has it.
Well, Jim Ratcliffe, who is in control of the sporting side of Manchester United at the moment, he's given an interview to the Times and Sunday Times Business podcast. And the quotes regarding Manchester United have just been released. And he's backing Rúben Amorim, and he says that he would like Amorim to stay in charge for 3 years. He says Rúben needs to demonstrate he is a great coach over 3 years. And then when he was asked if Amorim is going to get 3 years, he said yes. That is where I would be, 3 years, because football is not overnight. It's 3 years. You also look at Arteta at Arsenal. He had a miserable time over the last couple of years. I think there he's talking about the fact that in Arteta's first season, they did win the FA Cup, but Arsenal finished 8th. In his second season, they finished 8th as well. Ratcliffe goes on to say we have to be patient. We have a long-term plan. It isn't just flicking a light switch. You can't run a club like Manchester United on knee-jerk reactions to some journalist who goes off on one every week. And then he was asked what would happen if the Glazers, who are the majority owners of Manchester United, said to him, you need to sack Rúben Amorim. Jim Ratcliffe said that is not going to happen. He also says that he believes that Manchester United, under his control, are going to become the most profitable club in the world. He defended the fact that he has made so many cuts at the club. We've seen around 400 people lose their jobs. There was the whole controversy about cancelling free lunches. He said costs were too high. There's some fantastic people at Manchester United, but also a level of mediocrity. It had become bloated. I got a lot of flack for the free lunches, but no one's ever given me a free lunch. He also talked about some of the reactions from United fans and also the media who cover the club. He said the press sometimes, I don't understand. They want overnight success. They think it's a light switch. You can't run a club like Manchester United based on the knee-jerk reactions of some journalist who goes off on one every week. And he defended the Glazers. He said they get a bad reputation, but they're really nice people and they're really passionate. And on Rúben Amorim, he also said Rúben is a good guy.
Returned. Nice to have you back. Jimmy, look, I just want to pick up on what Amorim was saying there, because obviously he got public backing from Ratcliffe, and since then it feels like he's, you know, really kind of been able to relax in the job. And perhaps before then he was under so much scrutiny that he couldn't quite, settle in. Give us a little bit of insight in terms of that, you know, you've managed the owner-manager relationship, and how important is it to get the backing?
The owner-manager relationship is the most important relationship in the club for the manager. But when an owner comes out and says he backs the manager, that is where the manager needs to start worrying. No, majority of the time.
Yeah, I hear you.
Look, he's gone to Liverpool, great match, great result. Yeah, showed really a lot of resilience in the game. Then what he has done against Brighton, he's backed it up and calmed the ship down a little bit. Let's not forget, let's not get carried away. They're still far of where they should be, really far. But if he keeps on winning the matches that he needs to keep on winning, they're not going to be champions. Yeah? If he is there and thereabout in the top 4, he's done a really good season. A really good season. If he wins the matches that we all expect that he should win, then he buys himself time, and then he will be next year here. But he can't lose against teams like Brighton at home, Everton away, Everton at home. Those kind of matches he needs to win, with all the respect to those teams. And then he will buy himself time, and then he can relax a little bit, and then next year he can get some more players in that he wants, that fits in his system, and then keep on growing. But I wouldn't put too much on the owners giving him backing. It's all about results. It's all about results. If he doesn't win his games, that message will change.
Manchester United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe has moved decisively to calm swirling speculation around the future of head coach Rúben Amorim by publicly reaffirming the club's commitment to the Portuguese manager. Amid rising pressure, inconsistent performances, and intense media scrutiny, Ratcliffe's message was clear: Amorim is staying, and Manchester United is fully behind him. In a firm and composed statement, Ratcliffe emphasized that the club is undergoing a long-term rebuild, one that requires stability, patience, and trust in the vision set by the current manager. Ratcliffe insisted that frequent managerial changes are part of what has held United back in recent years, and the new era demands a different approach. Sources close to Ineos indicate Ratcliffe sees Amorim as a forward-thinking coach capable of transforming United's style of play, culture, and long-term competitiveness. Ratcliffe praised the manager's tactical framework, professionalism, and commitment to developing a squad capable of meeting modern football demands. According to Ratcliffe, Amorim inherited a challenging situation: top-heavy contracts, an unbalanced squad, and the remains of multiple previous regimes. He stressed that evaluating the coach based solely on short-term results would be short-sighted and counterproductive. Ratcliffe's message aligns with United's ongoing restructuring process, which includes revamping recruitment, introducing a data-driven model, and building a squad that fits Amorim's tactical identity. The idea, Ratcliffe insisted, is not instant transformation but sustainable progress. The club's leadership is convinced that Amorim's philosophy, intense pressing, dynamic attacking football, and a disciplined team structure, will flourish once the squad is fully rebuilt around his system. Close sources say Amorim remains calm, focused, and unfazed by outside noise. He is said to appreciate Ratcliffe's backing but continues to emphasize that results are the ultimate measure. The manager reportedly believes the foundations are being laid for long-term success, even if the immediate path is turbulent. Ratcliffe's statement carries an important message to supporters: this is a rebuild, not a quick fix. With major structural changes underway at Old Trafford, Ratcliffe has made it clear that Amorim is an integral part of Manchester United's future, not a temporary figure. In a football world where clubs often make panicked decisions, Ratcliffe's public backing signals a shift in Manchester United's culture, one toward stability, strategic planning, and genuine long-term vision. Whether the results improve quickly or gradually, one thing is now certain: Rúben Amorim's future at Manchester United is secure, and the club's hierarchy is fully aligned behind him.